And we go live to Delcy Rodríguez, who is in Puerto Cabello in Carabobo state. And now we listen to her. Let's listen to our organization be strong, unfrankable, and to come from the new era as a republic, but as a free republic, independent, autosufficient, moral and ethical, politically. This party, as we said, must be the expression of Venezuela, because today the contradiction is Venezuela or any Venezuela, and all Venezuelans. There must be analyzed in the militants of the Venezuelan party. We are the party of our homeland, because we had a project, a historical project that is, I believe, the project our father of the homeland, of our martyrs, the young people that gave their dreams to a free Venezuela, sovereign and independence, and us. 200 years later, we will keep accumulating the knowledge of being free, the knowledge of being independence, and this historical step that the Socialist United Party of Venezuela, this restructuration, this re-engineering, organize, is trying to consolidate a lot of things. The first of it, leadership, collective leadership. The collective leadership to make us strong, to consolidate the method, the democratic method, to consult in our streets, in our territorial cell, immediate this party that just has 18 years has gave elections, historical elections to the people's world, because when they wanted to make a coup d'etat and to invade Venezuela and to impose a government, a fake government, the United Socialist Party of Venezuela was the organization that defends Venezuela. Was the Socialist United Party of Venezuela that faced the war, the economic criminal war against our people. Here no one hid. There was the party in the streets, in the communities, in the communes, in the commune circuit. There was the party giving everything to say, here are the Venezuelans, and that anything will defeat us. And it was the Socialist United Party of Venezuela that has faced the defense of the integrity of the territory in the Battle of the Bridges, where they were to the south and the Táchira. And they went what? To stop the Venezuelan invasion. This party today, by now, is rebuilding itself and reorganizing itself to give the big change that today Venezuela needs. You know, the empires, the people that want to control the world are crazy. They decided to declare war to all the people in the world, to the countries, the commercial world, economic world, bombings here and around, nuclear threats. They decide to generalize the planet, the war. That's the proposal of the United States to the humanity. Look, this is so important. Let's listen really well and carefully, because it's the proposal of the United States to the world. As there is a new world that has better constructive proposals for the humanity. When you hear China, the president of China, what China says? She says to the humanity, let's make a common destiny to our life, for peace, to the development, to the security. China is proposing, let's get together the countries to defeat inequality and poverty. And that new world is now being formed That world Commander Chavez saw when he told us about the pluripolar world and multi-center. A lot of polls, not just one. In the 2004, 5, and 6, Commander Chavez just said it and proposed it. He didn't get run. And his political thoughts and his aligning with the new world, that it was not a world of hegemony that just wants first control our lives, control, but control in a war way, through war. The second, they stole our natural resources. You know, the big danger of Venezuela is that it has the biggest energy reserves, the biggest oil reserves, the gas reserve. Venezuela has the biggest, and gold too. Water and biodiversity, diamonds, iron, bauxite. They want our resources, their natural resources. And that's why is anti-politics, extremist and fascist class that has promised give to those power centers in Washington and the governments, aligned governments, to give the resources of Venezuela. You see, you see Ella Zayona, is American Machado saying that she will give Esequibo, she will give our the gold and our petroleum, and that's why they're asking a Venezuelan invasion. And they were asking, they want returned. They're chanting the word returned. That's why they are asking and made the diabolic path. They did it. And in this moment, we have to overthrow that path. That path won't live because that will signify the failure and tragedy to Venezuela and this hemisphere and this continent. And the United States, the government of the United States, you know, has weeks now in an offensive, psychological offensive against our people with no precedent. Take notes. On Tuesday, Fridays, you know, as President says, it's Friday and the bodies know. And they know from Tuesday they start a psychological word. They start saying they bomb, they'll invade, they'll kill and attack to our people, being feared and neutralized to stop the economic activity. But here, from here, what we have said to them, we have prepared because if you touch us, and if we have to hear the trumpets to defend Venezuela, we are ready and will be ready. Those weeks of psychological war, the people of Venezuela haven't lost any time to prepare and to enlist the militia and to capacity and to train and to participate at the Independence 200 plan with our armed forces and the creation of our committees, of our communal militias. We are organized. We are ready. That for every campaign, psychological campaign, they understand that here as a campaign to defend Venezuela. And we're happy, as we said, look, we are on Christmas. We won't be out of our Christmas. They won't take us out of our jobs. And of course, the Socialist United Party of Venezuela, they won't take it out. The numbers, they are overwhelmingly. In a week, more than 200,000 assemblies in the streets. In any part of the world, you can see it, because what is in these games is the democracy of the people. The organized people decide. The popular power that they do not understand, and better they don't, because we do. And we every day get ready on this November 23. In the middle of our Christmas, we will have the popular consultation of our projects for the human city, for the social development, economy and security, ecology. We are prepared for our line in our lives. Last night, last night they were with the psychological war that Trump said, and that they said, I'm invited the governor to sing a song. We are listening that they are chanting and singing. This is in the face of the Venezuelan people saying no to the U.S. invasion and the U.S. threats against the sovereignty, the peace, and the land of Venezuela that is being treated by the United States for weeks, and had a psychological war against the Venezuelan people, trying to make them fear and to stop the economy, because the Venezuelan people is strong in their ideology that only Venezuela is worth it in the internal affairs and the Venezuelan people. You should respect. Look, in the United States, this moment is a political failure in a huge dimension that you can see, and the Venezuelan answer is so good, because a foreign person is always creating the Venezuelan people for their strength, for their braveness and their patience, strategic patience that they have to come from and defeat the psychological war and defeat the provocations that they wanted to have an armed aggression against Venezuela. But so was the Venezuelan people saying a really hard answer as a believer people, and said that in the Caribbean they have been part of an operation as a Trinidad Tobago's government. There is that Carla Pesad. She ain't cared that the people of Trinidad and Tobago that are brothers. When they killed the Trinitarians by bombs, the U.S. government, she asked to kill them all. She will kill Trinidad without gas. And she broke the tradition, the CARICOM tradition, calling for war in Venezuela. She has no idea. There she has another government failure. She has another government failure in Trinidad and Tobago. So, sisters, brothers, we are here in a journey in all the country to joining in the Bolivarian basis integral committees. These committees in every street of our territory with a collective direction that was selected by yourself. I was in an assembly in La Pastora, Caracas, and I saw you voting. I indeed campaigned for no one, but you selected people from Caracas, and I was looking. I was there just looking. Just because we're just trying to make others to vote. But there was a consultation assembly that we're talking and discussing about these Bolivarian committees. Imagine just being called Bolivarian. There's a historical project, and it's the same contradiction as 200 years ago with the United States about the imperialist expansionism of Monroe and the Bolivarian patriotic people defense of our destiny and our people and our history and our income. So these integral basis committee are the cells that will make it possible everything against any offensive that tries to disturb the peace and the tranquility of the Republic. We're talking of levels, spiritual levels, of the virtues of the Republic, the rights of the Republic, the rights of the people, and the most important rights is peace and life. That's what we're talking about. That's where in this journey to swearing in the committees, for you to go for that strength, the moral strength, for that historical strength and that compromise and conviction of what is the present to guarantee the future. And in the middle of our holidays, always prepared and always alert, but profoundly in the right, that is the path. This is the way that they corresponds to our party to be the Venezuelan party. No one be out of this and defending our homeland. There's no exclusion, no difference for the people that takes the tricolor flag and defends Venezuela. We are the Venezuelan party. We had a historical project of the Socialist Bolivarian in the concept of equality. We have a historical project. Our project is not given, it's a nationalist, Bolivarian, and that's why this is what we are doing today as a political organization of Venezuela. We are not electoral machinery. We are a strong structure, the political, and with a project to confront the fascist extremism and given things that others that think that enlist in others' armies to come to harm the Venezuelan sovereignty are not Venezuelans. Here are the Venezuelans of good, who are profoundly in the heart to defend the integral defense of our homeland. So now, mayors, governors, we will swear in. We swear for our Father's God, for our lives, for our dignity, that we won't give up on our arms and we won't rest our souls until consolidate this structure, historical structure of the integral basis committees to defend Venezuela, to defend peace, to defend future, to defend our historical Bolivarian legacy. Do you swear by Bolivar and Chavez and the people? If you did, that God and the homeland bless you. You are now sworn in the committee, the basis, integral basis. And this was Delcy Rodríguez, the Vice President of Venezuela, in the swearing in Carabobo, Puerto Cabello of the people in this integral basis committee. And with the people, this is a swearing in that has been going around the country, and we shown you in the Falcom, Rodriguez, and La Guaira State, also Diosdado Cabello. This is being an activity for the people of Venezuela and the government to show what is the people made, and of course what is the government made and is being supported by the people. So we have more information for you in our news brief and of course in our TV channel. So more news coming up